Hi, this is going to be my Memento combo guide. As many of you have, like one person, I don't remember your name exactly, but I did see you and I did reply to you. So when you're seeing this, you know who you are. Um, they did ask for it, and I was already thinking about doing like a combo guide. Um, so, because the deck is very complicated, which is why like a lot of people don't play this deck. Um, So yeah, like it is a very hard deck. I do think it's like it is harder than Malice. I've seen the Malice lines. It's not as hard as Memento. Um, but yeah, so here we go. Like also I've seen a few more comments where people just like they don't know how to play with this deck properly to the point where like a lot of hands are bricky when they're not bricky. You just don't know the lines yet. So I'm gonna go through the basic lines. There is no spreadsheet for this deck. This deck has too many lines, too many options. You just have to play the deck for a little bit, learn it, and once you learn it, you're gonna get really good and be almost like almost unstoppable. To be honest, like this deck eats hand traps quite easily. So yeah, so first one is going to be the obvious one. It's going to be Darkblade. Darkblade and Witch are basically exactly the same. One just starts with Darkblade to summon the Witch, and then the other just yeah, like it's the same. So if you start with Darkblade. Normal Darkblade. Ignition Darkblade effect. Don't forget that Darkblade has an on summon effect to discard a memento card for cost. Well, on summon Darkblade effect, which will search your witch by popping. And you get in the habit of summoning in defense. You don't need to summon this stuff in attack because like stuff happens. Then yeah. So on summon witch effect. This will search you out Seahorse. Seahorse effect from hand. Summon. Seahorse effect to pop and dump. So you pop himself. Dumping Mace. Sheep. Goblin. So you dump these three. Which effect? Target Mace. Mace effect. Search Mental Fusion. So you now have all these names engraved. The Mental Fusion. You will then keep Sheep. You shuffle Mace, Seahorse, and Darkblade. You keep Witch. Sleepy, and Goblin engraved. The reason why you do this is because you're probably not going to use the Goblin effect this turn. But just in case you need more options, more lines, you have it. And then these two, like you keep Witch, because if you're able to summon Witch and Sheep or double Witch eventually, you're able to overlay into Gossip Shadow. So use Memento Fusion, shuffle those three. Summoning out Creation King. You then go Creation King effect. Dumping or Creation King on summon effect, dumping one Creation King. Akahiron. And Gaddock. Then go Gaddock effect from grave, summon himself back out. On summon Gaddock effect, target sheep to add to hand. And then before you do anything else, you go Creation King, the one in grave effect, banish, add Speller Trap, or add the field spell. You activate the field spell. Then here, you'll go Sleep effect, summon himself. On summon effect diffuse, you do not use himself, you use these two. You do not need Creation King on field, he comes back off of combined creation anyway. Twin Dragon on summon effect, pop the sheep, because you want to get that dump. So here you have options. You either add Creation King and Trihorn, right? Or if you're running the trap, which I am not, you don't add Creation King. Or yeah, if you're running the trap, this is what you would add: Creation King and Trihorn. If you're not running the trap, if you are running the trap, sorry. Whoops, sorry. So if you're not running the trap, you don't add these. You would add Mace instead. Where is he? You would add Mace. You would add Mace and Trihorn. But if you are running the trap, you add these two. Because next on res, Sleepy effect, Chainlink 1 to dump, Chainlink 2 Akahiron effect to revive, Chainlink 3 field spell Memento Miklon effect revive targeting Sleepy. Right? But so let's say I'm gonna just continue with how I am. I'm not running the trap. Add these two. You then go. It's 1, 2, 3. So you go effect, or honestly, you could go 1, 2, then 3 to protect against a ghost spell on, or sorry, a ghost ogre on this. So 1, 2, 3. He will revive himself out. This will then revive Gaddock, and then this will dump. Sorry. Creation King. If you are running the trap, instead of dumping Creation King, since you would have added it to hand, you then dump the spell. The what's it called? The trap. Okay. Here, you go effect. Pop Akahiron. Effect to add Bone Party or Spell or Trap. Add Bone Party. New chain, Akahiron effect, target fusion spell to add to hand. Now you have these cards in hand. Then here you could go Bone Party. Bone Party to pop. And then this will summon out it doesn't really matter who you summon out. Summon this. Then his own effect, Twin Dragon effect, would resolve. New chain effect, revive. Then it's quite simple. Link these off. Into, where is it? Herald. Bring this down here. Herald. Inherent summon, Trihorn. Link these guys off. Into SP. And then you inherent summon Creation King in defense. Shuffling Goblin and Gaddock. Twin Head. Or Twin Dragon. Sleepy. And then I like to shuffle back Darkblade, or you could shuffle back the Wish, it doesn't matter at this point. Just in case like something happens, you want the, what's it called? The spell trap pop. But I like to keep Witch in grave. These 5 get shuffled back. Now you have a massive end board, which you probably don't think you do, but you do. So immediately, Herald and Mirage Lights, Spell Trap Negate is now live. So what you would do is play this out. You set Fusion effect. This will reset Bone Party. There's a few other plays if you don't want to use Bone Party. I just like to because I don't want to use the Goblin effect in case I have to. So your opponent activates anything. Effect will revive Creation King. Right? So what you have here, you have Spell Trap Negate with Herald by discarding Mace. You have a quick effect pop up to 2, but it's usually 1 because you don't want to get rid of him. You have SP, and you have Bone Party and Memento Fusion. So what you would do is after you revive him, you go his effect, target 1 and 2 to pop. New chain effect. This will target your Creation King and revive Trihorn. So that's 1 interruption. Then go Bone Party pop. And it all depends what you have here. So depending on what happens, you either summon Mace, Sorry, you don't summon Mace. You summon Gaddock, or you summon another Witch. Because what happens here is, if you already used the Herald of Mirage Lights or the Change of Heart, you then want to get this back in hand to have the other active, like, live. So you summon Gaddock, target this to add back to hand, and add back to hand. Or if you didn't use these yet, but you need the pops, right? And at that point, you're probably winning anyway. You go effect, add Goblin effect. You can't target any of my Memento monsters anymore, right? So anyway, bring back Gaddock wherever he went. So what this usually is you're probably here, and then you go effect to Change of Heart or Spell Trap negate, discard, and then when you want to pop again, Bone Party, it's engrave, pop Trihorn, summon Gaddock, Chainlink 1, target add back to hand, so you can't bell, Chainlink 2, targeting 1 and 2 other face up cards your opponent controls to pop, and then it's another interruption, this gets back to hand, and now either or of these are now live if you didn't use them already. You still have SP, you're probably wondering, hey, what does Memento Fusion do? This is engrave. This is probably also engrave at this point. Go Memento Fusion. You shuffle back for even more recursion. 1, 2, or 2. I usually like doing the Witch or Darkblade. So these get shuffled back. I'll just put that here for now. You have another interruption off of Dragos Tapelia. And this is a once per turn, so this stays with you. And at this point, playing through all this, your opponent has not set up anything. There's nothing set up, and now you have multiple names engraved to come back off of this. Memento Fusion is now engraved to follow up with another Memento Fusion by banishing, popping any monster. It doesn't have to be Memento for the fusion spell. And then you're able to bring back, where is he? So this would be here. You're able to bring him back next turn, dump 3 and pop off from there. Shuffling Gaddock, Mace, whatever, and Akihiron would also come out at this point through one of the pops, and you don't have to pop Gaddock off of Trihorn, you can also pop him. This will add back the Memento Fusion, this will add back Bone Party, whatever, usually Bone Party to be honest, because you want this engrave. Yeah, so you have follow-up, and you have about 6 interruptions, so let's count that out. And then Mace. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 interruptions. Nobody's playing through that on 6 cards. Even through it with multi armies, all 6 cards aren't going to be things that could help, or like all the cards in their hands will be things that help you, to help them, completely break your board and set up in a way that you can't beat them. When you set up like this, you have follow-up, you have continuous monster negates, and like you're just going to set up next turn anyway, top deck whatever, top deck another Witch, that was probably already there. So yeah, so that's combo 1, and on 6 interruptions. So, combo number 2 is if you just have Seahorse. This deck has 14 1-card starters, and this is one of them. This is a broken card. So what you would do, effect to summon from hand, effect to dump 2, or dump. What you would dump is Gaddock and Angwitch. New chain, Gaddock effect revive. Gaddock, target Witch. Witch add to hand, and then you normal Witch effect to add. Add Sleepy. Sleep effect to summon. Sleepy effect to fuse. You fuse with all 3. Summon out Creation King effect, of course, dump 1. Two. And then you could dump Akihiron for 3. So Memento Fusion, other Creation King, and Akihiron. Akihiron effect. Add a Memento spell or trap. Or sorry, the field spell. Activate field spell. You then go effect to add another Memento Fusion or spell or trap, popping him. Sorry, no. You add Bone Party here. Because what's going to happen is Chain Link 1 Akahiron, revive. Don't use this yet. Then go Bone Party, popping Akahiron. Summoning Darkblade. New chain Akahiron effect, target Mental Fusion from your banish, add to hand. And then new chain, chain 2, so Akahiron, chain 1, chain 2 effect, targeting Akahiron to revive out your Sleepy. Darkblade, pop. Sorry, then gonna go Mental Fusion. Shuffling, Seahorse, Witch. Effect, popping Sheep. Trihorn. Mace. New chain Sheep effect to dump. Combine Creation. Here, what you're going to do is you're going to go Darkblade effect, pop, and summon. So you'll pop that. Summon Goblin. New chain effect, revive. Target Gaddock. Or it doesn't target actually. Revive Gaddock. Link. Herald. Inherent summon. Link. Into SP. And as you see, it gets you basically the same end board. Summon him. Shuffling 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keeping Akahiron engrave. Same thing with Trihorn. Sorry, this would be in defense right here. And then end phase effect, reset Memento Fusion. So sure, you lose the Bone Party, which is fine. It's just, or actually, sorry, you want to do Mental Fusion, you would set the Bone Party. So yeah, so sure, you lose the Predaplant, but this is still 5 interruptions off of 1 card. And you have extenders, you get the full board anyway, maybe even a bit more. But yeah, so Change of Heart, Spell Trap Negate, SP, pop, pop. So yeah. Hi guys, so this is just me while I'm editing. I messed up combo 3, which is if you just have Goblin. So I'm just going to quickly go over it here right now. So, normal Goblin, Goblin effect, dumping Gaddock and Fusion, Gaddock effect, revive itself, Gaddock effect on summon target Fusion, add to hand. We're going to go Mental Fusion effect, going to summon Twin Horn, shuffling, shuffling Goblin, sending Gaddock to grave, Twin Dragon effect, popping itself, adding Sleepy and Akahiron. You then go Twin Dragon effect, revive, reviving Gaddock. Then gonna go Sleepy effect, on summon effect to fuse, summoning Creation King using itself, Gaddock, and Akahiron. Effect, dumping 1, dumping 2, and you can dump. You could dump probably Mace here. Doesn't matter, you just need another name. Then go effect. Adding field spell, activate field spell. Then you are gonna go effect, popping this to add Bone Party. Get 2 chains, chain link 1 field spell, and then chain targeting, and then chain link 2 Akahiron, targeting the Memento Fusion. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. So first he comes out, and then I'm skipping steps. You would revive the Gaddock. Then here you go, Bone Party, pop, summoning Darkblade. Effect to add back that. Effect, pop. Summon Witch. Witch effect. This will add you this. Parent. Link 2 into SP. Then you just summon out. Shuffling 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one of these Darkblades were there. Yep. Set 1. End phase. Reset Bone Party. So that's pretty much it. You lose 1 interruption off of like Herald or SP. But again, if you have extenders, then it changes. But you basically get everything. You have him, you have Creation King. So Change of Heart, pop, SP, Drago Stapelia. So about 5 interruptions. Combo number 4. So this one's a bit different. If you just have Mace and any other name, doesn't really matter. I'll keep a Seahorse. Actually no, I want this to be a brick, like you can't play. It is going to be Trihorn. So you have these 2 cards in hand. Mace, Mace effect, searching you. Mental Fusion. The Mental Fusion, shuffling the Mace, using that, using Trihorn, summoning Twin Dragon on summon effect, adding 1, and adding 2. Okay, so Seahorse and Darkblade. Seahorse effect, new chain. Twin Dragon effect is revive. Doesn't get banished, sorry. Oh, can't do that. Seahorse effect to summon. Seahorse effect to dump. Dumping Gaddock and Sleepy. Gaddock effect revive. Gaddock target, add back to hand. Then go Sleep effect to summon. Sleep effect to fuse. Using all 3. Creation King effect, dumping 1. 2. And then combine creation. New chain. Effect, banish, add field spell. Activate field spell. Then go effect, Mental Fusion, banish, popping Creation King. Searching you, Bone Party. New chain effect. This will revive. So chain link 1, Akahiron effect revive. Chain link 2 effect revive. So this will revive 1, 2. Bring Gaddock back out. Activate Bone Party. Popping Akahiron. This will summon out Darkblade. So yeah, sometimes the adds are useless. Like this Darkblade was really just used for fusion material, so it's not too bad. It doesn't matter that it was engrave. New chain. Akahiron effect target Mental Fusion, add back to hand. Darkblade effect. Summoning Goblin. So you have a few options here. Everything's pretty much engraved already that you want. So what you can is you go into Herald, but sometimes like you might play into Nib here, so I usually don't like going to Herald. I like going into SP, or let's say if you added instead of a Darkblade here, off of the Twin Dragon ad, you added a Witch. So you would bring Witch out off the revive off of this, and then you would go Darkblade effect, summoning out another Witch, and then of course you get the Witch effect to add. Mace is already in deck, so then you would end on Mace, then you could overlay into a Gossip Shadow for more Nib protection. And then all you have to do here is just Creation King, shuffling Gaddock, Goblin, Darkblade, Sleepy, and this. Or instead of Darkblade, in case you want the Spell Trap Interruption, you just shuffle Seahorse. So now, Monster Negate, Nib Protection, deactivate anything, effect Revive. When this gets popped, Revive 1, Revive 2. Or you don't have to revive this, let's say they set a card or anything. Revive Darkblade, Darkblade, discard this. And then yeah. And then you would also set this, end phase, this would set this. So now you have a Dragos Stapelia, you have Pop 2, you have a Change of Heart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interruptions. So now now that I showed you the main combos, I'm just gonna do some test hands and really show you like how I'd play through interruptions, sequence through hand traps, because sequencing is king. Sequencing with this deck is how you win most of your games. Playing through hands that you think are bad, when in reality they're fine, you just have to sequence correctly to play through hand traps. So yeah. Let's get a good shuffle going. This is my new list, by the way. Instead of Eclipse, like I said, I have Meows in here, and in my side deck, siding 3 Perulia instead of Ash, and I have 3 Xyz Encore. Of course, if you don't have the Molcharmies, it's fine. Stick to the old list. Pretty much the same. So my opponent cuts. Great, this hand is fine. So really, there's only 2 plays you have here. Normal Witch effect to add. If they Imper mash this, you just go Bone Party, popping the Mace or Goblin in hand. I would pop the Mace, and then summon out Seahorse, and or Sleepy, and go from there. So there's no real sequencing things here. So, yeah, next hand. Like, if they only have 1 interruption, they're gonna hit both. So yeah. Or if they have 2 hand traps, they're gonna hit both of those cards. If they hit it, they hit it. So, cut. So this hand kind of sucks. It's not ideal. You drew both Aki, Huron, and Gaddock, but it's still playable. So what I would do, instead of using my normal summon, go effect to summon, and then effect to dump. So this is what's in hand. Witch. And Goblin. It's kind of unfortunate that we drew Gaddock. Because here, instead of Goblin, it would be Gaddock, Gaddock add Witch, normal Witch, and then proceed to play through there. But let's say they hit this. You just have this, right? And you still have the normal effect, add Memento Fusion. You could fuse these off, and then proceed to play through there by searching like Sleepy. And yeah, so like, let's say they hit this. These are in hand. Normal, effect, pop. Mental Fusion. Mental Fusion, sending 1, 2, then 3. Creation King effect, 1. I'll send a Darkblade here. 2. Akihiron's already engraved. Send Combine Creation, so we can still end on something. So at this point, like, even if your opponent does something, like, continues to hand trap you, you still get, like, set this by, you add the field spell, set this. This would be summon. You still get a good couple interruptions, like maybe 3 to 4. And you had an impermanent hand. I don't know why that was engraved. So add field spell. Activate field spell. Mental Fusion effect. Popping this. Bone Party. Then you chain 1, chain link 2, so this will revive. This will target, and this will revive the Darkblade. Then you go Darkblade effect. Summon Witch. Just trying to keep as many names in the grave as possible. Witch effect to add Sleepy. Sleepy summon. Effective fuse. Effect. And at this point they nip you here, you don't care. Like, you really don't care. Effect, pop himself, adding 1. And I believe Mace is still engraved, which is fine. I'll add the Goblin for targeting protection. Effect, revive. This will revive this. So you have these 4 cards in hand. I would overlay into a Gossip Shadow. Nib protected. Inherent Summon. Yeah. Then honestly, like here, you could go into an SV by going Bone Party because you're not getting this back in this case. Popping this to summon pretty much anything, just another name if you really need to. Screw it. Another Angwitch just to keep the one engraved. Or there's one there. Then you could overlay these. SP. And then you inherent summon. Shuffling Goblin, Dragon, Darkblade, Gaddock, and Mace. Now this is still a really good board. This is why you have the Exeats, you have options. Just in case things get interrupted and this is just an awkward body, instead of going to like an SP and have 2 other bodies on field. Boom. So now you have an Imperm. This will reset the Bone Party. If your opponent activates anything, summons this. Effect. Pop. This will summon this. This will come out. And if this gets popped, Bone Party, pop this. This will pop. So first, Bone Party. Popping this. Summoning out other Witch. Witch effect. So add you Mace. Now you have your Change of Heart. And then this will pop this, went to pop 2, and this will add this back to hand, or Bone Party, most likely Bone Party, for follow-up. So what you have now is one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 interruptions. And you have follow-up engraved. By being able to summon this back, Akihiron will either add back this or Bone Party. I like to add the Bone Party. And then you just pop off from there. This, if you pop Akihiron on your turn, add this back. Insane follow-up. So yeah. I know a lot of you are going to say like, oh, that's just playing through one hand trap. That's just playing through one hand trap. A lot of people are going to see 2 hand traps, I agree. But that hand was also terrible. That hand was pretty bad. So being able to play through one hand trap was pretty good. I'll do one more test hand. And try to show you from there. cut. Wow, double move Charmies. Goblin Witch. Tactics. This hand kind of sucks. If this was going second, this would be great, because, well, you draw that, plus off the Mul Charmies, you're guaranteed like 1, 2, 3. And this is perfect. Like, I'm breaking most boards if I draw into all this. But here, honestly, it depends. It all depends on, like, what happens. So if you're going second, which is why you'd probably keep these in, you'll get, like, one, guaranteed, like, double Mul Charmy, 1 or 2 draws. If not, like, they don't do anything, they just pass. Great, you have these 3 things to play through interruptions. So normal summon, effect to add, the impermanent chain, this, tribute for cost, summon a goblin. If they ash this, that's fine, you still get your add. Tactics, draw 2 if they hit this, or they hit anything else after this. 1, 2, and then this is full combo. So yeah, so that's about 3 interruptions. If you're going second. If you're going first, that hand is kind of tough. But yeah, but there probably is gonna there probably are gonna hand trap you. You go tactics, you draw into the seahorse, you're gonna be fine. Also not shuffling properly. We do proper shuffle. One thing I will say, try to use the least amount of effects possible. Your field spell, summon, is very useful. Because summon from hand as well. So remember that when you're in the middle of your lines and comboing off. Because there are standard combos, but like things will deviate very often. That's why there's no spreadsheet, because there's lines to get you everything. So try to hold effects. A lot of times I will hold the field spell and hold like a goblin engrave. Field spell, revive goblin, goblin effect, dump, or mace effect, add, and you get to pop off while getting hand trap, like, or breaking a board. So this is a few times it bricks, but guess what, your opponent's not playing. Set 1, set 2, or if you're going second, what's your top deck? Perfect. Your opponent, you're breaking every board now. Draw phase, no, stand by main, bone party, pop back a Huron. They hit this bone party effect, pop back a Huron. They hit this, you have droplet, and you have imperm, break the board. This is Ryzeal Fiendsmith, Ryzeal Mitsugiri, imperm detonator, droplet, sending this, target, what's it called? Target thing. You could also, like, if you really wanted to, like main phase, start with imperm, chain this, trying to pop back a Huron. They do anything else, you chain droplet, sending both of these, and you get to hit whatever. So, and then they activate an effect, draw 2. Perfect, pop off. But they probably have hand traps. So yeah, but that board, again, kind of sucked. What's up with these poo-poo hands? But you could see the plays. You could definitely see the plays. Let's cut. Come on. Let me show you an average hand. Agiron, not good. Witch, great. Double Witch, not great. Darkblade. This. You just have 1 card combo. What is up with these hands? Okay, I'm not. A lot of people say this deck breaks. This deck does not break like that. This is just unfortunate. This is just very unfortunate right now. All right. This is a good hand. You have 3 things to play through like anything, normal summon, effect to summon, whatever. They hand trap you, draw 2, or look at their hand. 1, 2, pop off. Going second, like, sorry, these are in hand. Sorry, and the tactics, wherever the tactics is. Going second, Mulcharmy, you're getting at least 1 or 2 draws. Great, now you have Droplin this and this to break a board, top deck. That's fine, to be honest. You either draw 2, probably will draw 2 more. Prosperity and thing, yeah. Like, yeah. Let me do 1 more, and I don't think I'll be done. Cut. This isn't too bad. So going second, wow, never mind, that's great. Going second, like, it's not too bad. What I would start with is I'd start with Seahorse, honestly. Seahorse effect to summon, and then Seahorse effect to dump. You might be tempted to go effect to fuse first, but I wouldn't. So you dump this. And then what you would dump is Gaddock. Where is he? Mace. And then you could dump 2 more. So I would just dump a Goblin. Gaddock effect revive. Effect target Mace. Then normal Mace in effect. And if they hit you, you still have effect to summon and fuse. And then you could pop off, go into like Creation King here. Even if they hit you right, like here on this, normal summon effect to fuse. They have to like Imperm Veiler that. If they don't have it, they don't have it. If they use it on this, they don't have it. They can't ash that. And then you go effect using these. Probably put Akihiron. And you go effect to dump 3. Right? You have this in hand. It doesn't work. Cool. Effect to, you still have a pop. You still have this inherent summon. You still have a Droplet. So, yeah, and if they hand trap you 2 to 3, like 2 times, you're pretty much winning right there. Then you top deck like a witch. Going second, if you top deck that witch, you're pretty much fine. Last hand, quick shuffle. I don't know why I'm drawing Akihiron so much. I think Akihiron is like 4 of those hands. Oh my god. This is so bad for showing you guys. Trust me, you don't draw them that often. You don't draw them that often. Usually see like Darkblade, Witch, and thing. Seahorse. Nice. Not again. That's fine. That's great. That's perfect. Going second, even better. And then you probably get 2 more draws. Oh wow. You don't want to see that. But that's fine. Like you're gonna be fine. Going first. Effect to summon. And then chain. And then you could pop off from there. So yeah, that's it. I would have comboed off a lot more, but this video is like almost an hour long right now, and I'm gonna try to cut it down a bit. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think if you want to see more combos. Like through this video I realized like you don't really see a lot of sequencing going on. So I will see if I could go to a locals, bring my gear, and try to record some games. Let me know what you think, or maybe I'll just play with like a friend and try to sequence and show you like the actual gameplay of it. But yeah, that was the combo guide. I showed you the main combos. Like the 3 or 4 main combos you could do. There's a bunch more. This video can be like hours long with all the lines you have. But I highly recommend have this as your starting point. and then go play the deck, go to locals, do bad with it. I was bad with this deck for a while, and then after a while I slowly got better and better, and now I'm topping locals consistently. I just topped the regionals. I'm going to be going to the March 30th regionals as well with this deck most likely, and hopefully I could top that. So yeah, like my last few regionals with this deck, like I top Niagara. I went to the Toronto one after that. Oh no, before that, sorry, and I came 28th, but it was a top 32. But I came 28th with Fiendsmith Memento, and then like just constantly topping locals with this deck. My locals is not easy; it's dollies, okay. So it's just all Malice and Ryzel, all Malice and Ryzel, and we have some really good players. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.